Hello, class. My name is Destiny Williams, and this is my informative speech all about pregnancy. I was recently pregnant during the first half of the semester, so I have a little outside research, if you will, on pregnancy. Finding out that you're pregnant can at times be a good thing and an uncertain thing for women whose pregnancies are unplanned. But whenever you find out that you are expecting, you should always make sure you follow up with your doctor to take an in-clinic test because not all take-home tests are accurate, even the ones that claim they are 99.9% accurate. Once you find out that you are pregnant, you want to go ahead and set up an appointment for your prenatal visit. These are doctor appointments where you and your baby are checked and monitored during the course of your pregnancy. Now, you do not necessarily have to have prenatal visits, but it is highly recommended for the safety and health of you and your unborn child. During your first visit, you are usually given a sonogram to see what your baby looks like on the inside, indicate how many weeks you are, and determine the due date of your baby. Also, during the first visit, you are given pills known as prenatal vitamins, which are recommended to be taken for the growth and development of your baby. You also want to make sure that along with taking the vitamins, you are eating healthy, drinking plenty of water, and exercising to further the healthier growth and development of your baby, and to also make it more easier on you when it's time to deliver your bundle of joy. During the course of a pregnancy, which normally lasts about 9 months, the journey is broken down into 3-month increments called trimesters. There is your first, second, and third trimester. During your first trimester or the first 3 months, you usually find out that you are pregnant, experience morning sickness, and typically your prenatal visits are 4 weeks apart if your pregnancy is normal. Throughout the pregnancy, you will go through a series of getting blood work done to test your blood sugar levels, blood types, STD status, and other things. During your second trimester, you find out the sex of your baby using an ultrasound. Before you go to find out the sex of your baby, you are usually allowed to drink a soda so that the baby can be alert with his or her legs open and moving around so you won't have to wait to find out what the baby is. Toward the end of this trimester, your visits go from every 4 weeks to every 2 weeks. Note that this time frame may vary due to differences in doctor's offices and the status of your pregnancy. And lastly, during your third trimester, your 2 week visits go to every week visits during the last month. Depending on what doctor you go to, when you go to your third trimester visits, you listen to your baby's heartbeat, and the doctors also check your cervix. They check to see if it has effaced, which is measured by 0%, 50%, or 100% effacement. Checking the cervix is done to see if the baby is going to come out sooner or later than the due date. Also, in a normal pregnancy, the last month of the pregnancy, the head of the baby should be facing downward to ensure a safe labor. These last appointments are also where you discuss the inducing of your labor for those moms who cannot wait. While a normal pregnancy lasts 40 weeks, you can discuss inducing your labor after 38 weeks, and a healthy baby can come anytime after 36 weeks. If you start to experience pains from the vaginal, rear, and abdominal areas of your body, contact your doctor as soon as possible as you may be experiencing contractions, and this is one sign that you are entering labor. Now, some women experience what are called false contractions, but anytime you experience these, contact your doctor anyway, because while it might not be labor, there might be complications with the baby. When entering labor, there are 3 indicators that have to occur. As stated earlier, effacement, the amniotic membrane bursting, or your water breaking, and experiencing contractions. Once in labor, you are given 2 ways that you can have your baby. One is the natural vaginal delivery, and the other is known as a C-section. While some hospital facilities let you choose if you want to have a C-section, others only go through with this process if it's necessary. During labor, you are hooked to various fluids. Depending on the status of your pregnancy, one fluid that every expecting mother is put on is the IV. Now, for those mothers whose cervix could not open by itself or needed a little assistance, which is common in first-time mothers, you are put on a fluid called Pitocin. This is used also if your labor is induced. And for those mothers who do not want to experience the glorious pains of childbirth, You are given the choice of being put on a plain killer fluid called Stadol or given an epidural. An epidural is an anesthetic that numbs you from the waist down during child labor. Once you have decided how you want to have your baby and go through however many hours of labor, which varies with every woman, and your cervix is dilated 10 centimeters, your doctor will come in, and when it's time to push, and not much longer after, your bundle of joy arrives.